How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing well. So, huge morning here. SPY up 0.4%, Q's up 0.7, IWM up 0.51. Hold on. Give me 1 second, everyone. All right. Sorry about that. So, SPY up 0.4%, Q's up 0.7%, IWM up 0.5%. Great setup here, right? Look at the setup here on SPY. That breakout end of day yesterday was massive, but it made sense of where it happened, right? If we take a look at where we've bounced numerous times previously, it makes sense, right? First of all, we have a double bottom here, right? From yesterday, double bottom intraday. So perfect double bottom and lower highs to a huge bounce. Right, previous resistance back in April 3rd. We rejected a little above previously on the 4th, right, and same with the 12th. We rejected right above, right in that zone. SPX, right, we dipped right to 41.25, which was that spark zone or the GX flip. Okay, which is why I took those puts, right? Because if we did break through, we easily would have seen 4,100, right? So, you know, the risk to reward was fantastic, but we held perfectly and shot right back up to the upside. It happens. Okay. So let's go on to the higher time frames here. Yeah, huge run here on SPY recently. We're approaching the highs from February, right around 418.3. Right, that's what, you know, we potentially have next. 418.3. Big moves here recently. That gets confusing. Can't find any literature on. Read what, JP? Guys, we've said this numerous times. We're coming out with a whole section on how to read the gamma. Okay. Whole section's coming out. I also posted in my channel here. Give me a second. In my channel, scroll up a bit. Right, here's a little bit of information. Here's a little bit of information. I'm pretty sure I also posted in here. Right, here's some more information. You just gotta look a little bit. Right. Also, Nando posted a video on gamma exposure. Right, take a look at his video. I mean, this explains it perfectly as well. Right, so you just got to do a little bit of looking. Okay. Go into market resources, go through the content. Right, also, BT University, right? We're going to add a section here. Okay. Can I give you a dummy explanation of how gamma works? Guys, this is pretty much a dummy explanation. Right here. Okay. When the street is short gamma, or here, right? Just read this, and I'm telling you, pretty simple. It's like volume profile gamma. Okay. pull it up here so I can explain it for a second. Give me 1 second here. It's not updated because the market's closed right now. But this is negative territory. This is positive. When it flips from the top of the x-axis to the bottom, right? Positive, negative, right? The flip points here. This is just messed up because the market's closed. And this isn't showing because, right, the market's closed. So it will update once the market opens. But that's it, right? So for example, let me pull up the chart I posted yesterday in the Discord. In my channel, I could post it here. Let me pull this up bigger. Okay. Negative territory. Or let me draw on it. Give me a second. There we go. Make this bigger. Okay. So we got the negative territory, positive. Here's the flip, right? We have positive gamma, negative gamma, right? If price is 41.50, right around here, right? We're in positive. And if we see a move to the downside, right? The highest level is 41.25, right? If we go down and test 41.25, it's going to be tough to break. But if we do, we're going to flip into negative gamma territory and we're probably going to see a huge sell-off. Okay, so yesterday, right, we pushed down to, right, 41.25, right, or 41.24 to be exact. And then we saw a huge bounce, right? Because the market makers didn't want to see fireworks. Okay. Right. And a lot of times it's not going to bounce exactly off the level, right? They're going to do a little liquidity grab, right? This is where probably most people had their stop losses, right? Old bulls had their stop losses here. And big move to the upside. So now let's go over some setups. Apple, I have my calls in the challenge account. Probably sell them at open in the money. So we'll see what happens. Nvidia, we were up over 2.5%. Now it's only 1.25%. See what happens. Yeah, we were at 277 just now. Seeing some more downside. No, it definitely does not work 100% of the time. It's one factor of many. But it helps to add confluence and confidence to your trading. Nothing works 100% of the time. All right, so Tesla, right, still bouncing off this low. Right, higher time frame works pretty solid. Needs to bounce. Let's see what else. What kind of setups we got for today? AMD, no thanks. Microsoft sitting at resistance here, right, up 1% here in pre-market. It's sitting right at the high of 292. So if we can break that, we should see some continuation. I'd like to see Nvidia back over 295, 275, excuse me. What else we got? I was looking at this yesterday. We kind of had a rising wedge. All right, it's not the cleanest of all, but right, something like that. But but we're opening up 0.7%. Market's very strong today, so most likely we're going to see continuation across all names. Google. Right, Google actually looked like a pretty good short opportunity too, but market strong, right? We have this kind of a wedge into resistance, right? Previous resistance acted as resistance, right? And it typically would reject here, but market strong today, so it might push through. Meta, this thing just keeps going. This wedge that I have drawn out here, right? Multiple bounces off the lows, multiple rejections off the highs. Just keeps going. But chart looks solid without these trend lines here. Right, look, previous resistance acted as resistance, and then it bounced off support. Right, we're creating lower and lower highs here. All right, so if it could push through, it should see some continuation. BABA, no thanks. Boeing, look at Boeing, right? Perfect wedge break yesterday. Right, higher lows, lower highs, perfect breakout above the price target, pullback, and continuation. Netflix. I know someone wanted me to do Netflix. We have earnings, I'm pretty sure today. Yeah, we have earnings after hours. And so first things first is this support we've bounced numerous times. But regarding the highs, there's really no wedge here. Right, this is not, it's kind of like just a channel. Right, it'd be more comfortable drawing this. Yeah, that would make more sense. Right, just like that. And so maybe we got to move back up. Just needs to hold the lows. What are the pre-market wicks about? It's just institutions and funds putting their orders in or selling their orders. Right, there's low volume, so when a big player comes in and buys, it's going to wick. Where? No thanks. Wow, look at CVS. Right, so I mentioned this wedge here. Perfect breakout, and now we're seeing that continuation. Wow. Solid. Right, chart always plays out. Another thing I wanted to mention is, right, there's not always going to be a setup. Right, everyone's always trying to, draw something on the chart to make it fit their opinion. Right, there's not always going to be a play, right? That's why when you see me go through my list and I say no thanks, right, there's just nothing there. Right, I mean, you can try and force a pattern, right? Like this, right? We have this flag, right? I would draw it like this, but we broke down and now we're retesting another wedge, right? So it just doesn't fit my criteria, right? So which is why if you see me skip a name, right, there's just no setup, right? Like this, you could trade, but the higher probability setup is to the downside, right? We could break to the upside, not saying we can't. But right, patterns are patterns, and if you trade them, you should just trade the pattern. Right, CVS wedge, right? We could have played this breakout. We had a perfect double bottom here, right? Little fake breakdown, liquidity grab for the move up, and now it's breaking out. Right, this setup works so many times. Right, we have a previous support. We dip through, and then once we move back up, you go long here, right? And then you have a stop loss below with a price target all the way back above. Right, great risk to reward. I love taking those setups. Why no thanks. So Nvidia hopefully keeps pushing. Apple as well, right? I have those swings still, so I'll probably cut them at open, honestly. We'll see. I have Nvidia on my main account. I have a bunch of contracts, so I'll probably cut it and leave runners. Yeah, if you guys can hit the like button, I would appreciate it. Smack the like button. Roku has some good flow. Let's take a look. Wow. Look at this consolidation. No chance I'm touching that. This is just not it. Right? Yes, it could totally move. Not saying there can't be a move to 76, but this just ain't it. Right? It's been consolidating for 2 months now. SPY, yep, I took a look at. I don't like that we're approaching this zone here. Yes, it's good, but it's just very like this price action here is very choppy, right? There's not really that many clean levels. Right, we have this resistance here at 415. We have this resistance here at 416.5, and then the highs of 418.3. Just the levels, it's a little choppy. We have this level here, 414. So, numerous levels across the board, which is actually where we rejected on Friday. I didn't realize. Right, this previous resistance from February 14th, we rejected perfectly this Friday, last Friday. But higher and higher lows. Right, I was looking at this originally, but now we're breaking above, so it's invalid. VIX continues to push down. Let's take a look at the higher time frames here on VIX. Redo this. All right, so the previous low that we broke through was 17.06. Now we're below that. Below that, we have 16.34 as the next kind of major level. And then below that, let's say this level here. All right, we haven't been in this territory since January. Okay. Now let's go into a little lower time frame. All right, we could use this as a potential wedge. Just like it, now it just looks like I'm making up patterns though, right? Like, so this could totally be something, right? Potentially a wedge. We'll see, right? If this starts to break out, we start to see, SPY and everything move to the downside. Sure, right? We could totally see SPY pull back to 412 or so. Yeah, gamma. I'm only looking at the gamma on SPX, right? Because SPX has the highest volume, right? So I mean, you could look at it for the other names, but it's just it's more influential on SPX. The 3 month on VIX. I don't really look at the high time frames on VIX because it's just barcodes. Right, it moves up and down based off volatility. Right, so not really going to show you anything, the higher time frames. I also posted, I want to go back to this. I think I pinned it here. Okay, everyone should read this. All right, I'll read it quickly because it is super important for everyone to know. We have a lot of people here, right? What most people don't realize is that everyone starts in the same place, right? We all start with no knowledge of how to trade. Right, so all of us, staff, analysts, mods, contributors, whatever, we all started in the same place, right? Not knowing how to trade. We all had to figure it out from scratch, right? From A, right? So whether you're a seasoned investor or a novice, right? It's crucial to understand that mistakes are a part of the learning process, right? Professionals make mistakes. Hedge fund managers make mistakes. Warren Buffett makes mistakes, right? Beginners make mistakes, right? It's impossible to not make mistakes, right? But it's not about avoiding them. It's how you respond. Okay. Everyone should read this, right? Mistakes can be extremely, extremely costly, but they can provide lessons, right? In the beginning of trading, right? Most traders, or pretty much every trader, is going to make that mistake of blowing up their account. It is what it is. It's, market tuition, what we like to call it. You're going to make a mistake, and the only way to get around it is to learn from it, right? The way to beat it is to learn from your mistakes and not make them again, right? Understand mentally that you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. And just try and not do it again. Right? Every loss, missed opportunity, and every wrong decision should be viewed as an opportunity to grow. Okay. One of the most important things, this is what I did when I first started, is to keep a trading journal. Right? Document your trades, what went wrong, what worked. Right? It'll keep progress. It'll help you analyze your mistakes and successes. And then you can make adjustments to your strategy. Right? If you do better on one time frame than the other, there's your problem. If you size too big after 5 wins in a row, there's your problem. Okay. Right. It's also extremely, extremely crucial to understand that there is no one size fits all approach to trading. What works for me may not work for you. Right. So you need to, all of you individually, need to find out what works best for you, for your lifestyle. Okay. Right. We all have different lifestyles. We all come from different places. One of us may have a family to take care of. One of us may not. One of us, may need money, and one of us may not. Right. So everything is different to all of us. Right. So you need to figure out what fits your style. You need to create a plan that revolves around your life, and you need to execute on that. Right. So what works for me may not work for you, which is why I always stress the importance of, right, listen to, whoever you want, but there's not one best trading style, right? A lot of gurus out there will say, this is the best trading method. This is that, right? They're selling you a course, right? They're selling you their way. I don't care. I don't care. I make my money from trading, and that's it. Okay. I use support and resistance, and that's what works for me. It might not work for you, right? I used to use Elliott Wave. It's just, it's too much. It's not simple enough for my liking. Right. You might use, whatever methods that you like, to trade, and it might work for you, and that doesn't work for me. Okay. Everyone has a different trading method. They all work great as long as, you continue to try and improve your trading methods. Okay. Hopefully that helps everyone. There's my little morning rant. Hopefully you guys like the little rants. I could definitely do them more. But yeah, keep me posted. Yeah, you should definitely print that out. Of course, I have a subscription because time is money. I don't care if you subscribe to me or someone else. Time is money, and what I'm providing is valuable. So when I provide something that's valuable that I put time into, of course I'm going to sell it, right? Nothing is free in this world, right? But we're doing the most we can for the best price we can to do more than break even, right? We're providing the entire dashboard, our time, our education, right? We're putting everything together, right? We're coordinating this entire thing, right? I'm posting every single alert I have or that I take, right? When you can provide something to make other people money, especially, you charge for it. Okay. 4 minutes to market open. Let's see what's going on here. Nvidia back at just under 275. I'm definitely gonna trim my position here and leave runners for a potential move to 280 because I do have Friday expiration and it's only Tuesday. Whoops. Apple at 166. I think I have the 165 calls. That's it. Yeah, you can make the subscription back in minutes. Think about, right? You're buying a subscription for your education. It's invaluable. It's so worth paying for education. Oh, excuse me, I just had to sneeze. And if you trade, it's a business expense, right? So anything regarding business expenses, you can write off, but take that up with your accountant or be used for taxes. Okay. All right, buy books, buy courses, learn from different people. Okay. Your knowledge is an appreciating asset. The older you get, the more you want to learn. Unless you're an art major. Hey, art can be very expensive, right? You can make money with anything. But your mind is an appreciating asset, so invest in it. I don't know where I read that, but that is gold. Your mind is an appreciating asset, invest in it. All right, if there's one thing you're going to invest in your knowledge. Um, 1 minute to market open. Appreciate everyone stopping by. If you could drop a like on the video before we head out. Thank you very much. I will see you guys in the Discord. Let's have a good day. And again, do not trade with emotions. See you there.